when your RTO get audited, you get the result, audit report and stuff. They will give you option straight away at that time. So option number 2 is agreement to rectify. Now they call it ATR.
What is the agreement to rectify ATR that ASQA provides option nowadays?
They can request for an agreement to rectify over a longer period, typically up to 3 months to be put together. It is a request to ASQA. When you make that request, they will send you a template. And on that template is where you will record what the non-compliance was, what your action you're proposing to take, and what evidence you will provide. So the great thing about it is it gives you time not to, sometimes when we get in the previous system, we'd get this non-compliance and we'd hurry over 28 days to try and get things together. This is designed quite rightly to get us to think about our approach. What are we going to do that's going to make a difference? What are we going to do that's going to actually treat the causes and not just the symptoms? So I think it's an excellent approach. I've seen a couple of RTOs put these agreements together. It's quite clear that they then submit it to ASQA. ASQA review it and give them approval to go down that path. And that's a really important point. What ASQA is saying is that what you've given to us looks like it's going to, end up in compliance, but we won't know until we look at the evidence that you provide. But what a great way to do it. And the important thing is stick with that agreement. If you've taken the opportunity to do it over 3 months, I know that what you're required to do is after a couple of months, after 2 months, inform ASQA about your progress and whether you're on track or what other areas you might need to think about, maybe even changing, but don't change anything without informing them. Stick to the agreement. 2 months into the agreement, let them know what's going on. And then if you're struggling with anything, share that with them and see if that agreement might be able to be modified. I think it's a great approach. I think it gives RTOs that breathing time, that time they need to be able to say, hey, let's not knee-jerk into this. Let's look at a response that's going to not only be there to sort this compliance out, but to sort anything out for the future. So it's a great move by ASQA. And I think once you see the template's easy to fill in.
Yeah, that's thank you, John, and thank you for the explanation. So based on the practical note, few of the people that contacted me, they also gone through the situation. So based on experience, that when your RTO get audited, you get the result, audit report and stuff. They will give you option straight away at that time. So option number 2 is agreement to rectify. Now they call it ATR. And then they give a second option is whatever those 20 working days as well. So then RTO has option to select either option. And if you selected that agreement to rectify, as John said, then ASQA send you the document as RTO need to fill up. And that will be signed by the CEO or whoever the person responsible for it. And then ASQA will sign from other side as well. So that's kind of a both party. And one of the clients that we're working toward this agreement to rectify is that in a midway, ASQA also contact the RTO as well. That's okay. And in the meeting, they'll discuss the progress and how far are we at and so on. And then by end of the 3 months, the RTO need to submit all the evidence.